What's going on, guys? And thank you so much for popping into this episode of the King's Corner, where I am just going to talk about one film in this video. Um, yeah, I've seen the new HULU film, No One Will Save You, starring Caitlin Dever. And look, this movie just came onto my radar like a week or two ago, and I said, okay, it looks interesting, little alien flick, whatever, should be fun. Yeah, this is one of the best movies of the year. This movie absolutely floored me. And man, do I hope they release it on physical media. We've got a 4K coming out for Prey. We got to get a 4K for this because this movie is a feat in storytelling. It stars Caitlin Dever as a girl. She's living alone and she has done some stuff in her past that now the town is sort of, you know, alienizing her. Very much so similar to the Corey character in Halloween Ends. But this film actually gives us a wonderful look at how that character will act. Does she turn evil into Michael Myers and start killing people? No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. She doesn't have a secret evil inside her. A terrible accident happens. It's very similar between the two characters, what I noticed. But the execution here is 10 times better. And it's a different story, obviously, but it has similarities to it. The characters do. But she's living here. She makes all these little miniatures. She's into stuff like that. She's dancing. She's got a past. And there's like no dialogue in this movie, but you know almost everything you need to know just by what you see and what is laid out to you. The visual storytelling in this movie is phenomenal. I'm not going to spoil it. If you want to watch it, get it, watch it, and experience for your own. I definitely won't spoil it. But what I will say is what I got from it is everything was laid out perfectly for us to experience as an audience member. We get to totally feel this character, this fully three-dimensional character with no dialogue. Caitlin Dever is incredible in this movie. She deserves an Oscar nomination for this role. She probably won't get one, but this is the best role I've ever seen her do, and I don't know if she'll ever top it. She's an incredible actress. After seeing this film, she is now like a top 5-10 actress for me. She conveys the horror and the frightening stuff wonderfully. There's action stuff that she does wonderfully. The happy moments, she's got such a warm presence to her, and the sadness as well that she just sinks her teeth into this role. And I loved that character and the arc and the journey that she goes on. And by the end of the movie, you don't have 100% like answers. Like, okay, that is what we got, and this is the clear cut ending and answer we have to this movie. Is everything answered? No. But the ending that we get in this film leaves me extremely satisfied. And this is a filmmaker, the director, the writer of this film, had a vision, and he took us on this journey, this emotional journey. This movie has heart and it has emotion. This movie has such layers. And that's just with the dramatic stuff and like the emotional side to it. Let's talk about the sci-fi stuff. This movie is one of the best sci-fi films that I've seen in years because I'm just going to say in other films like with aliens and stuff like that, not saying that it's a bad thing in those films, but in other films they hide the aliens, they hide the creatures, and they hide whatever it is that you're supposed to be afraid of. In this movie, they lay everything out on the table and they show you things up front, and it looks incredible. The visual effects in this movie should also be Oscar nominated. The screenplay with no dialogue is one of the best screenplays of the year. The effects and everything, you see things. It's all laid out for you. You see it. It's all right forefront. This movie is hiding nothing. It is not teasing the audience. It is not playing with the audience. You are given it and you just have to feel a certain way about it. And I loved it. This movie works on all cylinders. I can't express enough how wonderful Caitlin Dever is in this film, and it might be my favorite female performance by an actress all year. She was fantastic in this movie. The I could gush about it. The cinematography is incredible. It looks fantastic. The production value is fantastic. The choreography of these intense sequences is all so well realized, and the stuff within the script and the story of the film that you don't get spoken through words, but you see. And you see her deal with certain things, and how the people act around her is all wonderfully planned and wonderfully directed. Is there things in this film that make me go, well, that doesn't 100% make sense, but you know what? I'm buying it because of how well realized everything is in this movie. There are like 2 or 3 instances in this film where that happens, where it's like, okay, not too sure what's going on there, but this movie has me so hooked that I am going to, I care enough to try to maybe decipher it myself. This movie is one of those movies that is going to start conversations. Like at the end of Inception with the spinning dial, the end of The Dark Knight Rises. These are films that have open-ended endings that leave the audience open to discussion and debate. Things in this movie will lead the audience open to discussion and debate and debate. I think this movie would have done really well at the box office. It is one of the best original films I've seen, and it's incredible. I love this movie, and I can't wait to watch it again. Hulu, I mean, that's where it is. You got to watch it with ads every few minutes that the ads come up. I want a physical release of this. No One Will Save You is a 5 out of 5 star movie, and it is one of the best movies of the year. And man, am I so surprised. I was so floored by this film, and I loved it, and I think it's a masterpiece, and I can't wait to watch it again. Guys, comment down below. Did you watch this movie? Are you planning on watching it? I've just posted a spoiler review for episode 7 of Ahsoka. You could check that out. Finale coming next week. Very excited for that. And I've also got another episode of The King's Corner coming later today, where I'm talking about 2 other new release films. We're talking about Insidious: The Red Door and the new comedy film Bottoms. So that's going to be up on the channel shortly as well. So guys, you can hit that subscribe button for all that. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at King Arises 131 and Twitter or X at RyanKing72. Guys, that's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching this new episode of The King's Corner, where I reviewed No One Will Save You. And with that being said, guys, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Over and out.